presentation. No, we shall discuss 40 minutes together as a small group, and then we, during the report part, we do 5 minutes and then 10 minutes for discussion. That's how it will run. Okay?
Can I add a few comments?
Yes, please.
Dr. Lin, this is a good plan. In small groups, you need to think about what are the really important policy options that should be presented to your community. And then how should they be formulated? And what are the arguments for and against? So that's a lot to do in 40 minutes. This preliminary list is preliminary and may leave stuff out or may have some bad options in it. So tell us. And think of other options or suggest other options or think of ways in which these options might be changed or improved. Or this list of 8 issues looks pretty good, but it may have left out something really important. If so, please discuss that as well. And then whatever conclusions you have, all the 4 groups will present their conclusions to everybody, and we'll discuss that together. And then we're going to do a similar process again. And so groups 1 and 2 will go through the first 4 options, and you see there are 4 issues, and under each issue there's a bunch of options. And so think about the issues, think about the options, and the moderator should try to let everybody speak, try to make sure that nobody dominates the discussion, draw out the issues, and if somebody isn't saying anything, the moderator should turn to them and say, well, what do you think? Have we included everything? Should we include something else? What do you think? And then at the end, the last 10 minutes of your 40 minutes, try to figure out how you can draw to some conclusions that will be presented to everybody. And one of you will present the group's conclusions. So this is not easy work because you're trying to think and come up with exactly what might really be important. And if something's not important that's on this list, tell us. And tell us why. And tell us if you think people in your community might think of something different, or if they might have concerns. So I think we could, you had Dr. Roy as one of the moderators, though. He's not here yet. So you need 4 moderators. So, but I think what we could do is, well, maybe I should hand this back to Dr. Lin but have them just, we need to do 2 things. We need to count out, and then we need to reconstruct the room so we've got 4 areas that each group can discuss in, and then we need to put the room back together when we all come back.
Okay. Okay, thanks very much for that clarification. So I think we shall count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then, yes?
There is something which is not clear. When you say group 1 and 2 take issues 1 to 4,
yes.
does it mean that each group deals with only 4 issues?
Yes.
To start with, but if something...
Because I was thinking since the time is short, when you say group 1 takes issues 1 and 2, and group 2 takes issues 3 and 4, those issues are many in the television.
Now, do you think that there's going to be... There is 40 minutes to discuss, certainly, and that's an interesting suggestion. Do you think that just taking 2 of these issues are not fully developed? You know, if they were fully developed, you surely could spend a whole day on any one of them. But do you think there's enough material here to suggest how each group could take 2 of the issues? Do people think that? I think that's not a bad, that's an interesting suggestion.
What do you think?
For me, I think the former can take those 4 issues in detail, in depth, and then the other group 3 and 4 should also do like 5 and 8.
Yeah.
For me, I think
That one
makes it better than fragmenting it.
Yeah, I think both are viable, but The advantage of what you're suggesting, what Dr. Lin was suggesting, is if your group is really interested in issue 2, they can spend a lot of time developing issue 2, spend less time on the other, but then this is only the first of our small groups.